Okay, we have a brand priority flow divider, and it's just in here for a reseal and inspection. Let's take a look. So basically what this does is you have your pressure coming in. This is a larger size one. This can handle some big flows in it. And pressure comes in from two ports, and you have this lever, and you can put it, the priority port, how much flow you want, you set it right there. And then the excess will dump either to another circuit or it will dump to tank. So let's see about getting this. You don't see these too often come in, but this one is fairly expensive. You can see on here, and controls flow, excess flow right here. But basically this spool right here, there's probably a couple O-rings in there that control that. So we'll get the spool out, and then we'll check the shuttle valves on the sides here. We'll flush it out and then get the new seals in it, and then we'll put it on the bench, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so let's see here. First, let's pop these shuttles out. Okay, that's going to be maybe a little more difficult to get out because the nuts are recessed. There's a housing in here. They're a little bit recessed. It's going to give a little problem. I got to get the right socket on this to get that out. One and 3/4. What the problem is I don't have a socket that'll, okay, it started to come out, that broke it. All right. Let's see if we can get this one started. Okay, so take note, there's two different hoses on here. You want to make sure you get this out properly. Okay, there's a spool on this side, the other side has a spring on it. And you want to make sure that you put that back in how it came out. We're just inspecting it. Okay, there's no real, that's all it is, a shuttle spool in there. Let's take a look down in there. Just always inspect, see if you see anything, and do a visual. And it looks very clean in there. Okay, so all I'm going to do on this one, we're going to change these two O-rings and put it back, because that looks okay. Okay, so we're going to make sure that should go in like that. I'll run over and get a couple O-rings. We'll put this back and then we'll go into the other part of it. Okay, so right away I touched that O-ring and it broke. Okay, it's kind of brittle too, and I can tell it's all screwed up, so that's another reason why you want to replace these. Be right back. Okay, so 2 new O-rings out of our inventory. And I have a 20-foot container just full of seals that I've collected over the years. I mean, I have a lot of stuff. You can never have everything. Sometimes there's specialized kits. But if you needed seals or something, and you just needed a couple seals, you could either, send them to me, or I could try to help you match them up or whatever. But there's so many different kinds of seals, so I just go into our stock and I just pull them. And if you're doing this stuff, not everyone can have the seals, but I can just about take care of a lot of problems with what I have. Sometimes I can't. Now we're going to get this spool out of here. It's got a little circlip on it, and you don't want to, sometimes it's a pain in the ass to get off. It almost takes it. Look, it's these things will fly across the shop, so be careful when you do that. See, it's a half clip. Okay, and then underneath this, be a washer sitting on that. Okay, that will knock it out because I don't want to take the handle off. There's another one on the back. Let's see if we can get that off. See how that comes off? I said these things will fly across the shop if you're not careful. Right out the front. I have to punch on that a little bit. Yep, you can see it in there. I just dropped some just after I told him about that. The washer came off. I'll find it. I need that washer. There it is. You don't want to always pay attention to your stuff because stuff gets thrown off, you lose parts, everything. I use this little aluminum punch that I made so I don't screw anything up to get this all the way out. There it is right there. Okay, so you'll see all it is there's 2 O-rings on it. Okay. So we'll get that off. I'll wash this up. Double check this. Check the inside of this. Looks pretty clean. Let's make sure. We'll change the 2 O-rings. Again, those feel kind of brittle. Exactly. See, it broke. When they break, you know, when they're new, I don't know what it is, the material. That means it's either gotten hot or something. And they just feel hard and that one broke too, see? That's not normal. Let me get a couple new ones. Okay, and put some grease on this. Try to get it in there. You want to make sure you don't cut the O-ring because there's kind of a sharp edge on there when you put this in. You could shave a little bit of the O-ring off. You really want to watch that because if you do that, then it will leak. So we're going to be generous on this grease. Okay, got it past the O-ring. Now just double check, make sure you didn't shave that O-ring off. When you knock that in, I see that's happened to me a bunch of times. And you learn to catch that because it will leak on you. Okay, that one went down.